Struggling with cramped sleeping space or a frustrating setup can ruin the whole camping experience. In this video, we're counting down the 7 best camping tents that help you stay drier, sleep more comfortably, and enjoy the outdoors with a lot less hassle. All the links are in the description so you can check out the current prices. Let's dive in. Number 7. Coleman Sundome. Nothing takes the fun out of a camping trip faster than a tent that feels stuffy, leaks when the weather changes, or turns setup into a chore before the weekend even starts. This is a great pick for campers who want something simple, dependable, and easy to bring along for shorter trips. Coleman makes that goal feel very achievable with the Coleman Sundome. One of the biggest reasons people like this tent is how approachable it feels. It is designed for quick getaways, festivals, and car camping, where you want less fuss and more time actually enjoying the trip. The setup process is more straightforward than many larger or more complicated tents, which makes it especially attractive for newer campers or anyone who values simplicity. Comfort is another strong point. The large windows and ground vent help air move through the tent more effectively, which can make warm nights feel much more manageable. Better airflow also helps reduce that closed-in feeling that smaller tents sometimes create, so the overall experience feels more comfortable and less cramped. Tap the link in the description to check it out. Number 6. KTT. Some camping groups need more than a basic tent. They need enough room for people to sleep comfortably, enough structure to feel organized, and enough flexibility to make the campsite feel like a real temporary home. That is exactly where KTT stands out. It is best for campers who do not mind putting in a little more setup effort in exchange for much more living space. And the first thing that makes this tent appealing is the size. It is designed for larger groups and gives you enough room to create a much more comfortable camping setup, whether that means multiple air mattresses, separate sleeping areas, or extra space for gear. For families or groups of friends, that added room can make a huge difference in how relaxed the trip feels. It also offers a more versatile layout than many large tents. The divider curtain creates 2 separate rooms, which is especially useful for privacy, kids, or simply keeping sleeping arrangements more organized. Check out the link in the description to see more. Number 5. P1. This pick is built for campers who want serious space, better ventilation, and a setup that still feels manageable for a large tent. The roomy interior is the biggest advantage here. It gives you enough space for a large group, multiple sleeping arrangements, and the kind of movement you really appreciate once the trip gets underway. Being able to stand more comfortably and organize gear better can make the entire camping experience feel far less chaotic. Another major benefit is the sense of openness. The large mesh roof and multiple mesh windows help the tent feel brighter, breezier, and more connected to the outdoors. On clear nights, that added visibility can make the tent more enjoyable to spend time in, especially when the group is winding down after dinner and just relaxing inside. The divider curtain also adds useful flexibility. It can create 2 rooms for privacy or even serve as a screen for projecting a movie, which gives the tent a fun extra purpose for family trips. If you liked it, check it out by clicking the link in the description. Number 4. Pomeli. The Pomeli is a strong fit for people who want a compact but much more serious tenting experience. One of the biggest selling points is how stable and weather-ready it feels. With a structure designed to handle tougher conditions and a fabric choice aimed at stronger protection, it is clearly intended for campers who may be heading into more challenging environments. That added confidence matters when the forecast is less predictable or the trip is more demanding. The design is also thoughtfully practical. The 2-door layout makes it easier to get in and out, and it helps the tent feel less confined once you are inside. The side rain curtain design is another very useful touch because it helps reduce the chance of rain getting in when you open the tent in wet weather. What really makes it different from many others on this list is the integrated fireproof ground sheet. I've left the link in the description. Number 3. Fantic Outdoor. Fantic Outdoor is a great choice for families and groups who want a spacious tent with a much easier setup experience and enough comfort to make longer stays more enjoyable. The instant setup design is the feature that grabs attention first, and for good reason. Being able to get the tent standing in about a minute changes the tone of the whole trip. Instead of spending that first stretch wrestling with poles and instructions, you can get settled faster and enjoy the campsite sooner. It also offers a very welcoming interior. With enough room for a larger group and a tall center height, the tent feels much more livable than smaller, low-profile options. That makes a real difference when people are changing clothes, organizing gear, or just moving around during the day. A tent that you can stand in more comfortably usually feels more relaxing across the whole trip. Ventilation is another major plus. Mesh on all sides and overhead helps the tent stay cooler and more open on warm nights, while also giving you better views of the surroundings. For more opinions, see the link below. Number 2. UNP2. It is a tent that gives enough room to feel comfortable, goes up without too much frustration, and works well for typical camping weekends without being excessive. It feels like a very balanced option for family camping. One of its strongest advantages is how usable the space feels. It gives enough room for a family while still staying manageable in transport and setup. The tall center height helps the tent feel less restrictive, which is something you really appreciate when changing clothes, arranging sleeping gear, or spending time inside during early mornings or rainy moments. The setup process also makes it especially appealing. It is designed so that 2 people can put it together quickly, and even 1 person can manage it with a little more time. That practical ease makes it a good fit for campers who want family-friendly space without stepping into the complexity of much larger multi-room tents. Ventilation is another area where it performs well. The large mesh door, multiple mesh windows, and mesh top help the interior feel fresher and more comfortable. Did you like it? In the description, you can find the link for more details. Number 1. Core. For most campers, the best tent is the one that makes the entire trip easier from the moment you arrive. It should go up quickly, feel roomy enough for real comfort, handle weather confidently, and keep the inside organized so the campsite never feels like a mess. That is exactly why Core deserves a spot in this video. The instant pop-up style setup is a huge part of what makes it so attractive. When a tent can be ready in just a couple of minutes, it removes one of the most annoying parts of camping. That means less stress after arrival and more time to focus on cooking, relaxing, or exploring the area with family and friends. It also strikes a great balance with interior space. There is enough room for multiple people and gear, and the center height helps the tent feel much more comfortable to move around in. Depending on how much equipment you bring, it can work well for either a more spacious, smaller group setup or a larger sleeping arrangement when needed. If you're interested in this model, the link is just below. Well, that concludes our review of the 7 best camping tents that you can get right now. If you are interested in any of them, all the links are in the description. You can check the current prices or get a deal. And hey, there's also a free trial of Amazon Prime. 30 days, no shipping costs, faster delivery. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more top picks like this. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.